Howdy, Possum Patty here and little TT too. And today is Tuesday, and it's a good thing it's Tuesday because I went downstairs and do the magical basement, and look what I found. I found this giant bag of trash and junk mail. I forgot this was down there. Just waiting to go into this Trashy, which is my gift bag Trashy. And it started as a challenge to make a gift bag journal, and I turned it into a bag Trashy. And there's a lot in there, but there's certainly room to put a lot more in there. Now, this kind of Trashy is just putting in trash any way you want. You can just collage it. You can die cut it. You can make little windows. It can make sense. It can make no sense whatsoever. There's a belly band made from a butter box. This one's falling out though. I've got envelopes in here and things cut out. Oh, this one's got a lot of sparkle Mod Podge on it. I can see that. On that napkin there. I guess that's a napkin. So it's just for fun. It's like an art journal, but it's just trashy. It's just fun. And some days you just feel like sitting down and I'm going to paste some garbage into my journal. Well, okay, so I found this great big bag of trash. So I brought it upstairs and I'm like, oh my goodness. I have this bag of trash up here. You can see there's a tissue box in there. I've got to flatten that out. But I had this bag of trash up here. And I had thrown it into this bag with a bunch of other trash. Uh-oh. And, well, you know, I have my little container here with my little tiny trash. This is my little tiny trash in here. And the little tiny trash goes into my little tiny trashies. And there are 3 of them, but now there's so much trash here. I don't know where it is, but it's here somewhere. There's 3 of these, believe me, there's 3 of these. And did I knock it on the floor? I don't know. There's just too much trash here. The trash is taking over. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have this Trashy and this Trashy. And 3 of these Trashies, I have no idea where the other one went to. It was just here a second ago. Uh-oh. And then just now I was cleaning in the kitchen and Mr. Possum handed me the coffee cake box. He took all the coffee cakes out of the box and just dumped them into the bread drawer. And I'm like, oh man, I can make a Trashy out of this. I think with this much trash, I could probably use another Trashy, even though those other Trashies aren't done yet. And I know I've skipped a bunch of Trash Tuesdays. And that's why the trash is just mounting up. Anyway, long story short, it's Trash Tuesday. Let's get some trash into the Trashy journals. Come on along. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, I did find that other little Trashy. This little one was on the floor where I put the bag of trash down. That's why I didn't see it, because now I have trash everywhere. All right. First thing I'm going to do, I think, is to put a piece of Tyvek envelope on this side of this carton, which is going to become the spine. I'm just looking at it, see how it's constructed, doing my paper engineering, and I can see that these 2 parts are not glued together. So I'm putting some beacon glue in there. Hold that down. I ripped off those 2 tabs. You don't need those. All right. And I have this piece of mailing envelope. I know it's a little used. The corner is ripped, but that's okay. Just going to glue it down anyway. Even if you save little pieces of your mailing envelopes, you don't want to show the address, but you know, the other parts of it, cut it off, save them. You never know what size mailing envelope, you know, you're gonna need at some point in time. So I would have thought this would be too short to do anything with, but I saved it anyway. And it's like, I didn't cut it. It's like almost perfect for this journal. And I'm putting a lot of glue down. This is Beacon. It's like Fabri-Tac, but it's called foam and poster board adhesive. It's supposed to work really well on foam if you're having a problem gluing any foamies down. And I got this in the poster board section of Dollar Tree. $1.25 tree, right? So I'm just going to place this over the spine. I could have cut it down some more, but you know, it's fine. And like I said, even if it is been used, been ripped, whatever, it's still good. Just cover it up with something. Always a corner that's not glued down. I must be really bad at putting glue in corners. And if you don't get any mailing envelopes and you want some Tyvek, I believe they do sell them at Staples or Amazon. And the Tyvek envelopes, they just have these like threads of something running through them that keep them from ripping. So whatever you put it on makes it nice and strong. A lot of times I run my thumb where it has to bend on my thumbnail, right in there. You see any parts that are poking up, put more glue, press it down. I know this is ripping, but that's okay. That's okay. So I thought this would make a very festive trashy. I know some people do trashies and they look, they just have this awesome grungy look to them. My trashies tend to be a little bit more on the bright side. Yeah, that's just me. You can do a trashy any way you want to. Okay, I'm going through my big bag of trash here. Let's use some of this up. What can I put on there? Do I have anything that's really big? I have this, but that will not glue down well. I've already played with those before. What else do I got? Ooh. Somebody gave me this really big beans. I love to use this for die cut. See this beautiful copper color? It makes the best bumblebee die cuts. I have some of my other trashy. Now wouldn't this be a beautiful inside? You know, and your trashies can be beautiful. They can be beautiful junk. They can be grungy trashy. They could be very neat. Now, Diane at Tattered Edges Design, I was watching her do a trashy the other day. And, ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh. It is like perfect for this. Kitty wants to get in my lap. I didn't even trim it. How about that? That's the best kind, right? Oops, I just ripped it. Did this come from Dolores? This might have come from Dolores. I'm sorry I don't write everybody's name on everything. I give everybody a video when they send me goodies, and I look at every single bit, although I do drop one piece always on the desk under a mess somewhere. But this will not fit in the cutter, will it? But I can fold it in half and do it that way. Okay, I'm just going to cut this section off. I did use this in the journal, so this is what's left. And that's about right. I think I'll make it just a little bigger and then trim it. I hope that's even. Look how pretty. Oh, this is folded over, but we could fix that. Just have a certain way it goes. Don't know. Guess it doesn't matter. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to glue this down. But a lot of times before I glue down, I try to fold it where it's going to fold. Pre-crease it. Is that a word? Pre-crease? Pre-crease it. They don't always come out in the right place, but sometimes this helps. Did I plan on doing this today? No, but it's okay. I'm going to get this one started. Okay, that's about right. Oh, I was talking about Diane. Oh, yes, she is, her designs are gorgeous. She is so good at designing things. She sells things on Etsy. And I did buy a set from her, tags and cards, journaling cards, and she makes little journals, and her designs are gorgeous. So, of course, she's doing some trashy. And everything is so neat and gorgeous. So I was watching her junk. Everybody trashes differently, and it's okay. It's okay. Heather C. at Crafter's Alley with Heather C. She has a trashy, and she has a trashy journal. I think she has two. Or is she journaling in her trashy? No, I think she has two. But she also is doing Trash Tuesday. And I did complete a whole trashy journal with journaling in it. And that was super fun. To actually journal in the trashy. So I don't know if this trashy is going to be a journal or just a trashy. I don't know. I do put trash in all my journals. Junk mail, junk, trash. Things left over from other projects. I know I'm putting a lot of glue on this, but this Tyvek needs a little extra for things to stick to it. And I had a card here a minute ago. Whoop, where'd it go? There's. And yeah, so Heather C is doing Trash Tuesday. I lose my train of thought, I'm sorry. Yeah, and she has a trashy she's journaling in. And I think she's got another trashy too. So that's Diane and Heather. Then, of course, there's Linda at Linda's Mixed Up Mess. And she's the queen of trashies. Oh, my gosh. Her trashies are awesome. I think she just started a new trashy. big one, a new big one. But she still got the old one. She does mini journals too. Okay. So this is not Tyvek, so I'll probably just put some tacky glue on it. And then I'll put this aside. Or maybe, should I just go ahead and keep working on this one? I can pick out some things to make pages. I'm really not in a mood to poke holes tonight, but if I make this signatures thin enough, maybe I could sew it on my sewing machine. I think I did that with my little Trashy, or one of the little Trashies. So if I pull out a bunch of trash to make signatures, that'll use up some of that trash. I'm trying not to save more and more and more and more. But you know, you come across something that you don't have, and you're like, oh, that's a perfect Trashy piece. Beautiful trash. Beautiful trash. This is gonna buckle a little bit. That's all right. Get it pressed down in there. See where it bends. Where it bends, it's not. You just gotta massage it and work with it, and if it makes wrinkles, it's okay. This paper doesn't like to bend around the corner too much. Usually I'll cut a piece here, and a piece for the middle, which I should have done. Doing it all in one piece is a lot harder. You would think it would be easier, but it's actually a lot harder. I got a big glob of glue there. Let's flip this. And then Kristina down at the shack, she's got some awesome junk journals. I love the way she collages and journals and junk journals, and she's just super fun to watch. Okay, this might not be working. This might work, this might not work. Please don't take this as a tutorial. Because this is usually not how I do it, and you can see how it's bending. So it's making me crazy. Okay. Okay. Well, this is a knife. Can I pull this up? Should I slit it? Should I leave it? What should I do? What should I do? I'm just going to go ahead and glue this one down. I'll take care of that later. If there's a bubble, I'll slit it, stick some glue under it, or just cover it with something else. Trashies are not to stress over. At all, at all, at all. They are just to play in. Unless you want a trashy journal. Oh yeah, so that's what I have so far. I have Linda at Linda's Mixed Up Mess. Queen of the Trashies. Kristina down at the shack. Love her work. Heather C. Crafter's Alley, who's working on a bunch of journals right now, though. I think she's got her November journal. She's got her Flower Power journal. She's got her Trashy journal. I keep interrupting myself here with that needs to be glued down. And Diane. Okay, now if anybody else watching is working on some true junk, some true trashies, either as a journal or just an art journal for playing with trash, please let us know below. Oh, this side got all wrinkled. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to live with these wrinkles. I have to live with my wrinkles. This journal is just going to live with all these wrinkles. Okay. Did I not just clean that off? Oh, Possum Patty, you're a good one tonight. Please add the hashtag TrashTrashTuesday. Oh, hold on. Sorry, that was TT. She jumped into the trash can to examine what was in there. And if she eats little bits of trash, you know what happens. And cats do that. Don't want her choking on anything. I know, I just cleaned this, right? How not to make a cover for your Trashy. How not to make a cover for your Trashy. All these pretty papers here from earlier. Gonna move that. Alright, I'm continuing to trim this. Alright, it's gonna take me all night just to do this, but it doesn't matter. There's no time limit. There's no expectations. There's no judgment. There's no wrong way to do it. I have to clean my scissors. Getting them googie. Alright, so how are we doing here? How are we doing? Why is this wrinkling so much? I don't remember having that problem. Here it's all smooth. It's all smooth there, and this side's not so bad. Why did this side wrinkle like that? I'm cutting off the little edge here because the glue is sticking to everything. Now this must be a little crooked here, either the paper or the package. I'm going to put some more glue in here. And then I'm going to go find some papers. Okay, this is what I've come up with. It took me quite a while to dig through that trash. I have 4 signatures with 5 pieces of junk in each. And I'm not sure what order I'm going to put them in yet. But packaging from gluten-free waffles. This was a page, I guess, left over from something. So if you do a project and you have like 1 page left over and you don't know what to do with it, yeah, throw it in with your trash. You can always put it in your Trashy. And this looks like it was watercolor painted piece of cardstock maybe that's ripped on the edge. A nice recycled brown envelope with windows. Part of a Bath and Body Works gift bag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and some tissue paper from Popeye's Chicken. That's going to go in the middle. I've got it all folded up. Now the gift bag, I ripped off the handle, so I kind of ripped the paper a little bit, but that's okay. Just gonna cover it up with something. And so that's one signature. I got an advertisement for Great Clips Cutting Hair. Now this is a coloring page that Dolores J. Rush made. She does this for her pastor's sermons. So Possum Patty, why are you putting it in the Trashy? Let me show you, because sometimes when I'm working in the Trashy, I like to paint or color. And this was a Whole Foods bag with a picture of avocado on it, and I painted it like that. So, you know, I want to have the option of coloring or painting. This would be a nice page to do that. And I put two of them in here. I think I have another one or another two, but there were two in this bag. I like this envelope because it's got a yellow window, a little yellow window there. And Mr. Possum got coffee over at Mickey D's, so I'm going to put that in there, that bag. Now this side is open, so I will leave the option of cutting it open there or there. I'm just not going to do it now. And then I have an envelope with a big window, two envelopes on that one, and then the box that Popeye's chicken came in. And again, this paper was in there. I don't know why, but it was already folded, so I guess it was left over from something, obviously. A flyer if you want to buy a chicken coop. My son-in-law sells these, and the large chicken coop is $5,000. I'm like, I don't have $5,000 to spend on a couple of chickens, but it is very nice. I just don't like this part here. It's so low. I don't know, are these Banty chickens in there? I'm not sure. Anyway, cookie box. I'm going to leave these flaps. I might sew those down or something. And My Pillow sale flyer there. And then I have a popcorn box, one little flap. Oh, here's the other coloring paper. Super fun. That's going to be fun to color or paint, whatever I decide to do. Another envelope. Oh, this has got big bubbles of globs of glue on it, but I guess I can cover that with something. Or just the kind that rubs off. It might be the kind that rubs off. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to use this, because that is real sticky. Stand by. There's always more trash. This is part of an envelope. Should I leave that there? I guess. From the Philadelphia Flower Show. I can just stick that in there. This I might put on the inside of the cover. And this is just a flyer from the Pequot Museum. Is that it? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can make a page out of anything: packaging, junk mail, envelope, coloring page, bags, gift bags, papers that were left over from a project, doesn't matter. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, it took me a really long time to do that. They can be all different sizes, made out of all different materials, doesn't matter. I'm going to see if I can sew these in with my machine. I'm going to turn the camera off, but you might still hear wailing and gnashing of teeth if I break my needle on my machine, but I'm going to give it a try. So if I don't come back, you'll know what happened. Okay, I'm back. And I recommend you do not do that with your sewing machine. I did sew in 3 of them. The second one gave me a lot of trouble. The third one I just barely got in there. The fourth one, it said no way Jose, and it's not going to do it. So I don't know why it started ripping the paper here. I don't think it did that to any of the other ones. But what I did first is I sewed the signature papers together, and then I laid it on the book cover, and I sewed down the middle, as you can see, and those weren't too bad. This one's got some heavy cardboard in it, but it went. But this one, which I thought was thinner, I knew what it is. This thing is so thick now that it's sort of pushing it out, and it won't sew. So I am going I will sew the last one by hand. I know, this is turning into quite a project. Is this what I was going to do today? No, I was going to sit down, relax, do some Trashy, and here I am making the Trashy. Oh well, it's all Mr. Possum's fault for giving me this box. Oh, I did sew this cookie thing on the front. I got a nice little tuck over there. Pink, I thought it was pretty, went with the flowers, and this purple paper goes with those flowers too. Nothing has to match, I'm just saying. Okay, so I've clipped this down. Hopefully it is somewhat straight. I can't get it. Okay, see, this is the last one. So I just have to make sure. None of them are very straight, but I have to make sure that it is, you know, in from the fold there. Because you don't want it on the fold or past the fold. Where's that supposed to be? I did mark these off. And you see it's way off. It's supposed to be way over here. Keep it away from the fold. What about the top? Does the top move? Yeah, the top's supposed to be way over there. Okay, where's my cardboard? Stand by. I think if I had pressed it just a little bit more, I would have broke something. So you have to understand the limits of your machine. I know it's going to look funny with one sewn by hand. But, you know, what are you going to do? I don't have to worry about where the holes are because I've already sewn the papers together. Let's see. Wow. That's pretty crooked. That is pretty crooked. This is so fat now, these keep moving. That's what it is. They keep moving and moving. Oh my gosh, I'm going to title this, How Not to Make a Cover for Your Trashy. There, keep pushing it back and it keeps going over. What I can do is put something on the spine maybe. And I went right through the same hole. Okay, that's where it's going to be. That's where it's going to be. All right, so you make 3 holes. This is going to be a simple pamphlet stitch. I've got needles in here. Using an upholstery needle that's blunt with a large eye. And what is this? This is waxed thread, which is good. 1, 2, 3. So you want about 3. This piece is already cut, so I'll just use the whole piece. I got trash all over the floor. No, wrong one. I was working in my other journal and I only have like, I think 6 more pages. And what I should have done was work in that, but no, I had to go find this pile of trash. Okay, I don't need the clip. Through the middle. You know what? I'm going to go from the outside because I'm going to cover the spine. Like that. Leave some hanging to tie it off. Not going to do any danglies because I'm going to cover the spine. And down there to the bottom. And then you go to the top. I had to make the whole way down here because the paper got ripped up here. See? But we'll live with that. Okay, back through the middle. Okay, so, let's see. Take the needle off, put it in the case. This did use a bit of trash, so I'm happy about that. Okay, is this enough? Make it tight. You want one thread on each side of that. Pull it tight. And then make a nice knot. Check it. Make sure it's tight. Everything works. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, I'm going to put one more knot. 3 is the magical number. Let's see, scissors. Okay, save this little piece. It's probably good for nothing. Put my tools back in my little seam binding kit. Well, I think I accomplished something. Right? I think I accomplished something. I should probably go try my machine and see if it's still working. Uh-oh, there's the clock. Okay, so I'm going to call it because there's the clock. Little birdie telling me it's time to end. And now this Trashy is ready for some more trash and coloring and journal card making. I don't think I'm going to journal in this one though. I'm going to play in this one. You can see that this one came out a little crooked because of this Popeye chicken packaging was kind of thick. And it went off a little bit, but as you can see, all trash and scraps from other projects and fun coloring pages for when I want to paint. And envelopes and windows, more coloring, and popcorn. Alright, so we can add this to the Trashy shelf, and maybe next time I'll actually put some trash in a journal. But I just want to thank you for coming along. I think after all that struggling, I'll decorate the cover some. Maybe I'll put something sparkly over there. And I could sew something on the back, another pocket or something like that. And I took this off the cookie package. And I thought it would be an awesome tag on something. They made the UPC symbol look like a mixer. So I thought, oh, that was cool. Let's put this on something. in there, so don't lose that. So thanks for coming along today, and I want to wish everybody happy Trashy Tuesday. And if you'd like to join in this open collab, just if you're playing in any kind of trashy with any kind of junk mail or packaging, it doesn't matter whether it's an art journal, a true trashy, a junky trashy, or trashy, or journaling trashy, we can all play along. Bye-bye.